Hey everybody, what is up? I just wanted to do a new video of basically nothing, just me talking a little bit about what I'm going through and everything with the with the vegan and the standard American diet, raw vegan, super organic, raw vegan, House of Steel. Just want to jump in here a little bit and get right into it. I put the 10-step program together, and it's before I have a lot of people and a lot of thoughts myself about, some people want to go, people that are gung ho on wanting to jump into the diet and get healthy, are they're gung ho. They don't want to do a. I know this one guy that does. He's been raw for 20 years or whatever. He does a lot of videos and he talks about slowly getting into this and everything. And I know that's correct and everything, but the problem for him or whatever is that people don't. These people that want to do this, they want to go straight from the standard American diet to raw vegan or straight to vegan. They're not trying to transition and slowly do it. They want to go straight to it. They don't want to hear anything, and I understand because that's how I did it. The one of the first times I did it, I went straight to raw vegan. I had bought the equipment, the dehydrators, of course, the juicers, the food processors, the blenders. What else? The cheesecloths. I had a decent amount of equipment, and I was doing the deal, man. I was gung ho, and you know what, I lasted 13 days to be exact, and and it was an amazing 13-day journey. I felt amazing. I felt like a superhero. I really did. I felt so perfect. I it was that I just and I end up like we do, self sabotage myself after 13 days, and I just said, fuck this, this is great, whatever. And I ordered like I said before, I ordered like a meat lovers pizza, and so there I went. And through the years, I continued to look this way towards veganism and being vegan, and with thoughts of more than that, like raw vegan and stuff like that, for health reasons. Not, I love animals. I've been feeling the love for animals even more and more lately. I've been watching more and more of the videos on Facebook. I find myself looking at animal stuff on YouTube more. I occasionally tear up looking at, beautiful animal stories and all that stuff, people and animals hugging and all that. So I'm as tender as can be with the animals, but and but the main reason that I ever wanted to look for is completely selfish. I wanted to, health reasons. I felt like shit all the time. Here I was. Well, I didn't drink. I didn't use drugs. Here I was at one point. I'm smoking a pack and a half of Newports a day. Managed to quit that. I was dipping, dip Copenhagen and stuff every day. Not just that. I was using Benadryl to sleep, and I found myself really just taking massive loads of Benadryl every night to sleep, and it was tranquilizing me too. I was all that stuff, and just waking up and bleeding a little bit sometimes using the bathroom. Nose was bleeding a lot, just I don't know what that's all about. Maybe the Benadryl just super dries you up or whatever. Maybe it's more than that. I can only imagine what it does to your inside organs, like your colon, amongst other things. But so just simple stuff like that is why I first, I felt like hell, brain fog all the time. Here I am. I don't drink. I don't use recreational drugs. And I'm feeling sloppy and just out of it. And so those are the reasons that I think other people too a lot, feeling bad, wanting to feel great, and seeing people before me talk about all this, and they're doing it, and thank God they did. I had somewhere to go to. I went to the internet. I went to the internet for help, and I found myself on YouTube going through the videos, seeing these people doing the raw diet and everything, and it esteemed me to try it myself. And but anyway, so a lot of people I know that, like I said, he's got a lot of experience with being raw, but his message, and he's one that's trying to sell stuff and trying to, and maybe it's normal once you go raw, and it's such a core part of your life that maybe your work activities, your business, maybe all that is inclusive, and I understand that. Um, but I think that the people that tune into him, they don't want to hear a fitness message. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear wanted perfection, going from where they are right then to bam, doing that and hanging on tight and healing up everything. They don't want to hear a watered down, mediocre message or whatnot. But anyway, so here I say all that, and here I am with the 10-step program that I devised, which I call the Super Organic Raw Vegan House of Steel lifestyle, diet, plan, whatever you want to call it. But it's a little bit more. It's structured. That's what I like about mine. It gives per person to look at it, and instead of just trying to start eating more healthy and more raw foods, and that's a bullshit message. It's not gonna hook people. They're not gonna stay with that. But the 10-step messages, I said it before, and I don't have the 10 steps in front of me, but I pretty much know them. You're starting from day one, wherever you're at, feeling bad, super overweight, super underweight, health problems, whatever. It's not here. I'm not somebody that says, here, do this and you'll get rid of cancer, or do this and you'll get viruses out of your system, whatever. That's not me. I don't have that information. I just know about health and feeling absolutely terrific compared to feeling like shit. And some of the health problems I told you that I had, a lot of little things. Um, I'm in my mid 40s now, and I partied hard when I was young and stuff, very young actually, and so here's where I'm at today and everything. But like the 10-step program is, you start from right from where you're at, nothing doing, and the first step is actually step two. Step one is nothing. Here you are, you start step one. Step two is you quit any meat, just pick a meat. A lot of people would quit red meat because they hear that red meat's bad for you. Then 10 years later, they say grass-fed red meat is great for you, and wild caught game and all that. But I'm not in a place where I can eat wild caught game every day, and even if I did, I don't think it's the best. I'm gonna shy away from that topic. But anyway, so step two, any meat. You want to go with seafood, remove seafood from your diet. Is that the easiest for you? You want to remove turkey or chicken or pork, whatever, but choose a meat. And when I say a meat, I really mean a meat category. Like, I don't mean just steak or whatever. I mean, like, quit red meat, or quit chicken, or quit all seafood, or quit pork. That's step two right there. And we do that for, I believe I had it down as a month, 30 days. Like I said, it's an aggressive program, but it's a 5-year program. But it's still an aggressive program that'll get you from where you're at all the way to close to perfection, folks. But everybody doesn't have to arrive at the top of the summit, at the top of Mount Everest. Very few people do that, and you'll see why as I go through this. But step three would be quit another meat, quit any other meat. If you quit red meat, which is what I did, and then 30 days later, I was eating a lot of country ham and stuff at play. And had family members tell me, that blah blah blah, and they were harping on me bad. I said, all right. And so I quit pork, and it wasn't terribly hard because I was still able to eat chicken, and I found myself, you know, there's a lot of stuff available that's chicken and turkey and stuff, and I would order pizza a lot, do a lot of mushroom and vegetable pizzas. I found that ordering pizzas was that really kind of sucked because pizza is where all the good toppings are, all the pork toppings and everything. There wasn't that anymore. I had sometimes pizza companies, they do a chicken where you can do, who the hell wants chicken on their pizza? So I do like double mushroom and double cheese and do a lot of chicken wings and stuff like that. But anyway, so step three is to quit a second meat. Step four is to go vegetarian. And like I said, I don't have it right in front of me. I don't have the exact uh, time limits that I printed off, but it's pretty good. So you go in vegetarian. We do vegetarian for 6 months or a year, I think 6 months maybe even. And then we jump into vegan. We go vegan, and I've talked about going from vegetarian to vegan. How one way that I would do it was I would do a. Let me tell you what I would do, like a master cleanse. What I did this time is well, what I did in the past is I would do like a 10-day master cleanse from vegetarian. You're ready to go vegan, do a 10-day master cleanse, and then come off of that as a vegan and start eating vegan food. which is a great way to be disciplined. Discipline is a huge part of this, and we just have to be disciplined a day at a time. But if we're going to be vegan, we can't be out here eating a little bit of cheese and stuff like that because that's not vegan. The most important part is to, you know, what's not allowed or whatever. That's very important so that you can claim vegan. It doesn't matter what, we're not fooling anybody else. We're not saying we're vegan and kind of hiding this or something. This is being true to ourselves. Anyway, so what I did this time is my plan, I was a vegetarian. My plan was to go vegan on August the 22nd, 2018 of this year. And I had a family member that was having some issues, heart palpitations, some other stuff, and they were drinking the hell out of caffeine, as was I. And I kept encouraging them to stop. They did. And then those heart palpitations and all that went away for them. And I said, you know what, I'll quit too to support you. Plus, my plans from going vegetarian to vegan is you cut out caffeine as well. I don't smoke anymore, but if you smoke any of that, all that has to go away. And when you do a 10-day master cleanse, it makes it real easy. That's another subject. I'm not gonna, but so I quit. I went ahead and said I knew that when I went vegan, I was gonna quit caffeine anyway. So I went ahead and quit caffeine by going vegan, and now I've been vegan since since April the 20th, which is only what 6 days or so. As a vegetarian, I was drinking Starbucks coffee and coffee at the house round the clock. I mean, I would get a carry-out dinner, come home, set that carry-out dinner down, start drinking on my coffee, laying on the couch, on the laptop computer, and I would drink coffee and more coffee, and I would basically put that food up, and then I'd wake up a lot of times 3 or 4 in the morning and eat that food. Just a whack schedule, but um, and I wasn't exercising at all. I mean, I felt like shit from eating all this dairy and doing all the coffee and the caffeine and the sodas and what else? Um, I had brain fog. I just had no desire to like walk or exercise or any of that. Here I am 6 days later. I'm already walking around the house. I'm ready to, I'm thinking already about jogging out on the trail and getting back to where I was, which was, jogging on the trail, going down to the pull-up bars and just messing around with that, and just so much the energy's back. And doing a lot of fruit and everything. But so let me wrap this up a little bit. But so here I am vegan. The plan was going to be August the 22nd, but I've jumped the gun with that. Kind of buy myself some time. So I've got a year. I've got a year or so to go from vegan to perfect vegan, and the difference between vegan and perfect vegan is, when you're vegan, you can still lean on some stuff that might have an ingredient or so that's kind of not allowed or something like that. But it's minimal vegan, I guess you would say. When you go perfect vegan, that's a big jump too, right there. You're really that's kind of self-explanatory what I said, and not to waste your time. But and then after that, a year and a half after that, we're going to be looking at raw vegan. That's a huge step, but it's not a huge step from perfect vegan to raw vegan. It's a huge step from the standard American diet to raw vegan. Matter of fact, that's insanity. But not from perfect vegan to raw vegan. And there's a lot of preparation between that two. But from vegan to raw vegan, you need to really educate yourself a lot. You need to have a lot of your equipment in place. Your diet needs. I mean, you'll automatically do that. You don't even that'll just become one, two, three. It really does become like a hobby, and you're going to educate yourself and all that. And the the health benefits you get from this diet. Granted, by the time you're vegan, not even perfect vegan, but vegan, you're not smoking, you're not, drinking. I mean, if you're not a drinker, you're somebody that goes out once in a while to have a drink at a certain thing, but you're really not a drinker, hey, maybe that's okay. But if you're a drinker, you drink a lot, well, maybe this whole thing isn't for you in the first place. Maybe you're not here yet, and that's cool. Maybe you never want to be here. That's cool too. But I think that's about all I have to say today. I just wanted to kind of touch base, ramble a little bit, let y'all know, hey, I'm still here, and I'm this is where I'm at, and just doing this vlog. I'm not on camera here. I just got the webcam pointing to the ceiling because I just want you to hear the message. I don't want you to make. I don't want to show my pretty face on camera. Nah, anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for listening.